what we believe is best. And I think as Christians, we want to see the glory of God. We want to see the restraining of evil. We want to see the flourishing of good in a society. But as you said before, sometimes that these issues are rather complex because they have unintended consequences by which we refer to them. So they
Yep.
are contingent on a variety of different issues. And you said before, I mean, I don't think and this is again, hindsight's 2020 for those who are pro-life, and I'm pro-life, they didn't foresee the reality of what's
Right.
going on in the state. And that's, well, wait a minute, we got another battle. How
Yep.
do we go about that? So how do we navigate the complexity of this and embrace those concepts that you're just talking about?
If we moved from saying, instead of I am a Christian, therefore I support Candidate A, policy A, to because of my Christian faith, I'm led to support Candidate A, policy A. I think what that does is it begins to move to the center our role as translator. That we are seeking to see through a glass, see through a glass darkly. We are seeking to make sense of decisions which have implications and have factors involved that it's hard for public policy experts. I mean, not just hard. I think I could categorically say people who spend their lives focused on very narrow policy questions. How wide should a street be to maximize public safety as well as ease of communication and the movement of goods? You know what? Well, right. Already that's one public policy question, and you already have competing interests. You already have people's lives at stake in multiple directions, and so you just go, "Wow, this is complicated." So I am seeking to use the resources available to me to make decisions that are oriented towards the good of my neighbors, that are willing the good of the public, knowing that I very likely could be wrong. I very likely could be missing something. I probably am. I probably am missing something. And so humility is just absolutely essential for a Christian in life and in politics. A gentleness is absolutely essential for Christians in politics, because we have a sense of real because we don't take our political opinions as gospel. We're wary of advancing those political positions in a spirit of as an act of imposition. But because we will the good for our neighbors, we offer what we have in a spirit of loving service. There's just a fundamentally different posture that we bring. And
Posture.
so yeah.
Posture is such an important thing, and gentleness in politics seems like almost like a misnomer or an oxymoron, like military intelligence. But talking with Pete Wayner, and he actually said he was talking to someone where he was challenging them on their stance and their posture, and they said we felt good doesn't work anymore. Good doesn't work anymore. That's the mindset that we're facing. And how do we? And this is a bigger question. With several different parts to it. Number one, how do we be able to speak truth and love, gentleness, and respect? Two, it's hard not to go into enemy mode. As Jim Wilder mentions, there's even different kinds of enemy mode and how we dehumanize the person around us. And you even mentioned just a few moments ago where rather than just simply disagreeing, we call something evil. However, biblically, there are things that are evil. how do we navigate this minefield where we want to be gentle, we won't want to dehumanize, and we have to be aware of those who call evil good? How
Yes.
do we go about that?
Yeah. So, so right, just on that last part, I think what I said was, we're more willing to call people evil. So not things that people do evil, but people evil, than to say that they're wrong. And so I just want to, I think that's important. I do think that there's contexts in which uh, might be necessary to refer to human beings as evil. Like I'm open to that, but I think that is what we need to be especially cautious about, not about calling things or circumstances or things that transpire evil. So I just look, it is now, and I'm sorry, I just wanted to make that point, but then I got, if you could cut this, could you just remind me of the broader question? Yeah.